Rusutsu has a reputation for amazing powder snow and intermediate trails. The snow reliability, variety of trails and lift service make Rusutsu a must for anyone visiting Hokkaido. Rusutsu is relatively small by American and European standards with 524 skiable acres and around 600 metre vertical drop, but the immense 14 metre average snowfall each year, long red trails and enticing trees make Rusutsu a great resort. The resort lodging is at the West Mount base, either side of the main road, with more at the nearby village of Rusutsu, providing options for most budgets and travel groups.
The green trails are limited, but the West Mount provides a good zone for beginners to build confidence. Intermediate skiers will find long rolling reds and groomed blacks to develop skills. The steep trails tend to be short, but there is heaps of tree skiing that'll keep advanced skiers entertained. Rusutsu will suit intermediate and advanced skiers.
Getting to Rusutsu is roughly a 90-minute drive from Sapporo or New Chitose Airport. When finished, the new expressway will make the winter drive from the airport a lot easier and quicker. There are regular bus services from both Sapporo and the airport to Rusutsu. If you're taking the Shinkansen to Hakodate, then the train through to Rusutsu is another 5 hours.
If you're planning to ski multiple resorts across Hokkaido, then a car is recommended. But if Rusutsu is your main destination with a potential day or two at Niseko or Kororo, a car is not required. There are a few mountain passes on the drive to Rusutsu, but the roads are well maintained. If you are driving, a four-wheel drive is recommended, and we advise having chains with you in case conditions get ugly.
The base area at Rusutsu has all required services, including ski school and lots of food and beverage options. Base facilities include lockers, ski gear and rental shops for any equipment needs you may have. The gentle green trails and quieter base area on the West Mount side will suit families and first-timers. The east side and western resort will suit those with more ski experience with easier access to the more advanced terrain.
There are food and beverage options across the resort. Steamboat and Isla 2000 cafeterias provide options further out on the east side, or there's Lone Pine at the east base. The restaurant and bar options in the resort buildings offer the most variety. Packed lunches can be eaten in the cafeterias.
Let's get to the skiing. Rusutsu provides some fantastic terrain for intermediate and advanced skiers combined with phenomenal snow conditions. For first-timers needing to master the basics, there are learning areas at the West Mount base. If you're ready to venture onto the slopes, then White Lover and Family are a great place to start. Easy Trail and Fubaru are the main beginner runs on the east side, with all other greens accessed via red trails. Beginners looking to level up can try Bambi or East Teens, two red trails that are not too steep.
For intermediate skiers, Rusutsu comes into its own. Eva and Bambi on the West Mount side offer short reds great for building confidence and soaking up some morning sunshine, but the eastern side of the resort is where you'll want to spend your time. There are a few fantastic long rolling reds like Isla Grande and Heavenly View that have gentle slopes. For long trails with slightly steeper pitches, Steamboat A and B are worth a look. Intermediate skiers looking to test their skills on some steeper trails have Heavenly Ridge, which is groomed, or Heavenly Canyon ungroomed to venture down. If you want to go off-piste and try some less daunting tree skiing, traverse right of Super East, then follow the gully into Frikazawa, or ski the ridgeline in the trees left of Heavenly Ridge.
There are black trails for advanced skiers across the resort, but most are fairly short and punchy. The longer advanced trails are off Mount Isola, but Giant and Elite are great morning trails if you're looking for some sun. There are some enjoyable trails and tree runs off West Tiger Pier that tend to avoid crowds and have some excellent snow. Super East and Isola A and B are marked as expert trails, but their pitch is not overly steep and the long run out on Frikazawa makes them less enticing. Advanced skiers who enjoy tree skiing will find opportunities to enjoy themselves across the resort. The trees right of Heavenly Ridge and Steamboat B are excellent, likewise either side of the Isola trails.
There is one terrain park, Freedom Park, with some medium and small features. It feels like an afterthought and is enough to hit a few times, but this park is unlikely to distract you from hitting the trees and trails across the resort. A few things to be aware of for Rusutsu. It is a busy resort, especially during holiday periods, so expect queues early morning on the East No. 2 and Isola gondola until the crowds disperse. Rusutsu is popular with foreign tourists, so expect the resort to be busy during Australia and New Zealand school holidays, Christmas through to late January, and the 2 weeks of Chinese New Year.
There is no snowmaking anywhere on the resort due to the consistency of snow, with regular snowfall from late December to late February, practically guaranteeing a quality ski experience. There are mostly express lifts and gondolas at Rusutsu with a handful of slow fixed grips, which is better than most Japanese resorts. The valleys offer a chance to escape the weather, and the two sides have different orientations, so if the wind is blowing, you can choose which side to ski.
The lack of elevation gain, 600 meters at best, makes any genuinely steep or technical terrain fairly short and punchy. This is great if you're leveling up and don't want to get stuck on a long expert trail, but skilled skiers will have the trail done before the legs start to burn. Due to the contours on the east side, if you're in the trees, it's best to follow the ridgeline, otherwise the technical skiing is short and most of your time will be on the run-out trail or gully. The layout of the resort can make for a lengthy return to base, so don't leave it too late to work your way back from the Iceland number 4 lift.
There are backcountry ski areas that will interest advanced skiers. Make sure you have the right equipment and book a guided tour if this is of interest. There is lots of parking at both base areas. Although the west area does fill up, finding a car park is pretty easy in the morning.
The lodging options available at Rusutsu are mainly resort and hotels like the Westin. There are more budget-friendly options in the town just down the road, which have a public bus service to the resort for a small fee, or check if your lodging offers a shuttle service. There are plenty of rental stores and equipment shops for any gear you may need, plus an abundance of restaurants and bars for après-ski and dinner.
Those planning to self-cater will find 7-Eleven and Lawson's markets in the village, but if you're looking to stock up for a group, then a trip to the supermarkets in Kuchan might be warranted. When you're not skiing, there is the Snow Activity Land next to the Westin and Kids Park at the Westmount Base for tubing and other activities.
In our opinion, Rusutsu is a great destination resort that will suit skiers with some experience. The beginner zones for first-timers and young kids are limited, but provide areas to build confidence away from the crowds.
Intermediate and advanced skiers might find the elevation gain a bit disappointing, but there are challenging trails and trees across the whole resort to easily overlook this. Check out our trail and lift videos to get the most out of your visit to Rusutsu.